I'm a fan of English football team Arsenal FC, but today I'm here in France, more specifically Lille, for my first French football game. It's Lille taking on Slovan Bratislava in the Europa Conference League. Let's get to the stadium. We're making our way to the Lille metro station now so we can get to the stadium in time for kickoff. In terms of the weather, as you can probably see behind me, it's a very slippery surface. The rain's been pelting down all morning, all afternoon, but it is hopefully starting to clear up. The sun's coming out now, I can see it behind the clouds, so hopefully it is going to be nice weather for the match. But before we catch the metro and before we watch the game, let's take a quick look through this club's history. Now, Lille was formed back in 1944 as the Second World War came to a close, and this was after two French teams, SC5s and Olympique Lillois or Lillois, came together to form this French powerhouse. In their history, they've won 4 Ligue 1 titles, the most recent one coming in 2021. But last season wasn't as good as usual, with the team finishing 5th in the league, meaning that they qualified for the Europa Conference League, the 3rd tier of European football. Tonight, as I say, they're playing in the group stage of this competition against Slovan Bratislava. Now, let's catch the metro. The experience I had on the Lille metro is something that I'll probably remember for a long time, as it was really difficult to get around. Despite a tube coming every minute, when they did arrive, the doors opened and shut within maybe 20 or 30 seconds, and they were driverless and very short as well, so it was a difficult experience, but we made it to the stadium. We've just got off the train now at Triolo station, which is about 20 minutes away from the stadium. We're going to be walking to the ground, hopefully seeing a lot of Lille fans on their way to the stadium too. I saw quite a few on the train as well, but yeah, got to tap out, get out of the station and make our way to the stadium. We're just walking down the road now to the stadium. We can see it in the distance, not too far away, and already it's looking really impressive. This big ball of metal, and I'm sure as we get even closer and inside, it's going to be even more impressive. But before we watch the game, I wanted to talk a little bit about this match and what it means. So as I said, it's in the Europa League Conference group stage. Now, in this group, which is Group A, currently sat in 2nd place is Lille, and they're on 4 points, and sat top of the group is the team they're playing, Slovan Bratislava, on 6 points. So whoever wins today will go/remain top of the league, or not the league, but the group, and so it should be a really good, entertaining game with a lot at stake. We finally arrived here at the Stade Pierre Mauroy, which of course is where Lille play their home games. It's the 4th largest stadium in France with a capacity of 50,186 and is a very modern stadium, opened 11 years ago in 2012. It also has a retractable roof, allowing it to be used for multiple sports. For example, this month they've used it for rugby because the Rugby World Cup is being held in France this year. Now, let's take a look around, get some food, grab some merch and go and watch the game. At the stadium is a fantastic club shop which really does sell everything under the sun, from this season's shirts and training shirts to rucksacks, clothes, footballs, mugs, cups. You name it, Lille will be selling it. Okay, so as usual we got some food. I wasn't sure what the food options are in the stadium. We'll have a look in a minute when we do go inside, but I thought let's not risk it, let's try something outside. And there was a van serving kebabs and chicken burgers. Didn't have any kebabs today, so I went for the chicken burger, which looks quite nice to be honest. A seeded bun, slice of American cheese, we've got onions, chicken patty, strange pink sauce and some lettuce as well, and then chips, and these were €10 each, so in total 20 euros, or something like 17 or 18 pounds. So let's tuck in. As I usually say about my dad, he always gets the biggest option, but today we got the same. But do you want to have a try?
Chips are good.
Chips are nice.
Yeah.
Chip in the burger as well there. 2 big bites, what's it like?
Great, brilliant.
Great. Right, French football stadium food. Looks good, let's tuck in, and then we'll see what's inside too. Really long queues, really chaotic. I mean, I'm an Arsenal fan, like I said, and this was absolutely terribly organised compared to Arsenal. Queues going everywhere, people pushed and shoved, but we're finally in. Now, 5 minutes till kick-off. Let's get inside and into our seats. Just trying to find where I'm meant to go in. It's, again, a confusing layout in this stadium. Are we here? I think we're here. You can hear the players walking out. 'The atmosphere was electric inside of the stadium, and both teams started off the game with some really good chances. "23 minutes in, against the run of play, Kavric tapped the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Slovan. Despite the linesman initially ruling offside, a quick VAR check saw the goal stand.
Yeah, VAR.
Lille immediately hit back, a Jonathan David header forcing an incredible save from the Slovan keeper. Despite the stadium being at 50% capacity, the Lille Ultras behind the goal were making so much noise. They even had someone with a microphone at the front of them conducting the fans. On the stroke of half-time, the ball was set up nicely for Gomez to hit it on the volley, his strike just wide of the post. And that was all for the first half. Lille 0, Slovan 1. Well, that's half-time here at the Stade Pierre Mauroy. 1-0 to the away team, to Slovan Bratislava. Lots of clear-cut chances for Lille, but they weren't able to take any of them. And of course, Slovan had that one chance quite early on, and they took it, and that is why they are 1-0 up. Quick couple of thoughts about the stadium, about the fans. Obviously, I arrived late, unfortunately, because of all these complications outside, but we did manage to make it in time for kick-off, which is good. As you've seen, the stadium is actually only half full, and I think it has been for all of these group stage games. However, the Lille fans played so much noise throughout this first half. Behind both goals, we've got Lille Ultras making all the noise. They got the drums. They've even got a conductor, which is something we don't see a lot in England. But so far, so good for me as a neutral. Of course, though, from a Lille perspective, we want to get that goal, want to get back into the game, and that is half-time. Now, we're going to have a quick look around the terraces, or the turnstiles, not turnstiles, around the concourse, that's the word I'm looking for, and see what food and drink you can get, and see what it's like out here before the second half starts. There wasn't too much outside on the concourses. It was all very plain and grey and all made out of concrete. There was the usual TV showing replays, toilets and food, but that was about it. Moving into the second 45, it was clear that Lille were hungry for a goal, and they were going all out on attack. Jonathan David had this chance, the goalkeeper spinning the ball to his feet, but the resulting shot was saved. Both teams then brought on some fresh legs. And it clearly worked. In the 68th minute, Yazici scoring the equaliser for Lille. He played a 1-2 before beautifully flicking the ball up and volleying it home. was starting to get tense. As Lille pushed for a winner, they were caught out on the counter-attack. The goalkeeper was chipped, but Alessandro brilliantly cleared the ball off of the line. Things were starting to get feisty, a slide tackle by Bentaleb getting him a yellow card. VAR checked if it could be a red and sent the referee over to the monitor. However, the yellow stood. Bentaleb wasn't fazed by the incident though, his long ball setting Zagrova off on a good run, and his cross was picked up by Cabella, who tapped the ball into the goal to turn around the scoreline. Tensions did eventually boil over, Lovat almost ripping a Lille player's shirt, so the referee immediately sent him off. And that was full time, Lille coming back to win 2-1 against Slovan in an exhilarating game of football. Well, that's full time here at the Stade Pierre Mauroy, 2-1 to Lille, of course turning it around after going 1-0 down in the first half, and a red card for Slovan Bratislava as well. A really great game, a really good game as well for my first ever one in France as an English football fan. You know, like I said, outside it wasn't looking good with the queues and it was all a bit busy, but as soon as I was in the stadium, the food was nice, the fans were nice. All of the ultras still only just leaving now, 10-15 minutes after the full-time whistle went. Really, really great atmosphere despite the stadium only being half full. So I can only imagine how good it will be on here on a league day. For example, they're playing Monaco the weekend. This is a full capacity stadium for that game. I'm sure it's going to be electric. Now, in terms of my experience as an English football fan in France, a couple of differences. For example, the prices. A lot more expensive over here. The drinks were like €6 each, and I know you get a cup, which I think you can keep, whereas in England you just get the bottle, which you then of course throw away, but the prices were a lot higher. In terms of merch, there was of course a store in the centre of Lille and also a store at the stadium here today. In England, you usually get that as well with the big clubs, you know, in London, especially for my club Arsenal, we got 2 at the stadium, and for other clubs, I know there's a store at the stadium and a store in the town centre as well. So overall, a few differences, a few similarities as well, but of course, we're all here as one football family, and I can definitely say that the Lille football family is a really top tier one because the atmosphere was excellent today. And in terms of this game, of course, like I say, it was a great game, and now Lille go top of their group, and I wish them all the best of luck as they continue their journey this season in the Europa Conference League. That's all from me in France. If you did enjoy watching, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment. Now I better get the Eurostar back home. See you later.